In South Australia, they call these callum. I mean, what a stupid name. In Victoria, we call them yellow belly, golden perch. What a beautiful looking fish. Have a look at the mouth on that. Zoom in on that, look at that. No wonder they swallow and devour those lures. Just an extraordinary fish. But sadly, this fella is going to be eaten by someone tonight. So we have to dispatch him, as sad as it might be. So to do that, we do it very humanely. Sorry for those that might be offended by that. The next step is to look for his fufu valve, stick the knife in, run it through. Now it gets very tough when it gets up to here, so what you've got to do is put your thumb in there and hold it tight and pull the knife right through to the end as such. The next step is to cut the back of the tail as such, turn him around just under here, under his fins, slice in there, lift that one up with the blade, slice around and follow the curve, follow the curvature around to the top of the head. The next step is to insert the knife and run it down along the backbone. Now be careful not to go too heavy, otherwise you'll cut through the bone, and you don't want that. You don't want to be spitting bones out when you're eating. So just gently go along the top of the, feel the bone along the top of the backbone down towards the tail. Once you get there, basically that's that side of the fish done. All you need to do now is to repeat it on the other side. Cut through the tail at the back, turn him over under the fin here, nice and sharp. Be careful not to slice your finger off. Around the bone there, you'll feel the bone, just go on the outside of the bone, around that. Oops, sorry about that. Around that, follow the curvature of the head up towards the top, press down hard. In the same situation again, press down hard here because it makes it easier to slice through as you follow the bone, this time on the other side, but not to cut through it, just stay on top of that ridge of bone right down to the back like that. There's no need to go all the way, that'll do it. Then now comes the hard bit. So the cut you've made at the back of the tail, put your knife in, put your thumb down there hard to hold it so you can slide it along. You'll feel his bone up the middle here that runs, run the knife along the top of the bone. Be sure to keep the pressure hard down here on your fillet knife. Follow it through, watch out for the fins, follow it through. You can see this slice here now is allowing you not to miss any meat. You take it right through here. Be careful not to cut yourself. Right through, up to the top like that. And there you have one beautiful fillet. We haven't had to gut the fish at all. You leave the guts in the fish. Do the same on the other side. Be careful here when you're doing it on the other side. See this here? I'll show you now. That is extremely sharp and pointy and extremely painful. So be sure when you come up to that, you keep clear of it. And also make sure that your knife blade stays above the fin here. You don't want to go below that, otherwise you'll be cutting through bone. So, because you've done this cut up here now, it's just a matter of pushing it. Ow! Flaming hell, look, I told you. See that? That's that little bone there I spoke about. And that's going to throb like mad now. But anyway, follow it through. As you get up to about here, it's hard because you're cutting through his rib cage. So put quite a bit of pressure on, hold the head, push it right through. You may need the other knife now to cut through that. And there's your second fillet. There's your guts, you haven't even touched it, all the guts is in place. Good for yabby bait, whole, stick it in the freezer. Now the next part is to get rid of the rib cage, because you don't want to have bone when you're eating your fish, so just gently go deeper and deeper. Follow, see the bones here, we're just following them around, we're not cutting through them because you don't want to be spitting out bones. Follow it through like that. When you get around to here, use the bigger knife, cut under the rib cage, and up through like that. And there's the rib cage, there's all your bone, all your hard bone gone there. You feel around here, beautiful, not a bone left. Now what I'll do for the sake of speeding up this video is to fillet this one now. What I do is just stick the knife in the tail like such, put the blade back on an angle, push down, and then start to go forward. Then hold it with your hand, be sure to keep pressure on here, so you go right on top of the skin. If the fish is big, like this one is, I think Jackson caught this one, Jackson Lush, it's a 41 centimetre. Perch caught at Pump Hill, bottom of Pump Hill, on Joel Bailey's red lure and rod that Joel didn't want to use, and Jackson had excellent success. He actually caught two of them. So keep the pressure on here, because it's a wider fish up here like that. Make sure you keep the pressure on that side, through there like that. Pressure on that side again, because we don't want to lose any meat. Keep the pressure right on, and my friends, there you have a beautiful fillet of fish. The next thing to do is to remove the fat line. See that there? Because you don't want to cook that. That comes off easily, peels easily. Throw that over at mum, and there's a fillet of fish. And now have a look at this. There's the skin of the fish. Look at that. You haven't wasted an ounce of meat. Friends, that's pretty well how you do it. Over and out. I look forward to seeing you next time.